Today's case is tragic and explosive. We're in court for the sentencing of Johnny Jacob Rayon, a man who pled guilty to the second-degree felony of accident involving death. The maximum? 15 years in prison. Now, this isn't just a simple hit and run. Prosecutors say Rayon was intoxicated, struck, and killed a man crossing the street, then fled, later lying to police by claiming he had hit a deer. To make things worse, his history includes 2 DWIs, immigration complications, and behavior behind bars that raised even more red flags. The defense is pushing for mercy, probation if possible, or at least less than the maximum sentence. But the state is demanding the full 15 years, pointing to his lies, his alcohol problem, and his failure to take responsibility. Stick with me, because between Rayon's emotional plea, the prosecution's fiery arguments, and the judge's final words, this sentencing is a gut punch that shows just how high the stakes get when lives are lost.
Good morning, ma'am. Would you, Ms. Burge, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that you will truthfully and accurately translate from English to Spanish and Spanish to English, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right. Good morning. Are you Johnny Jacobo Ramon?
Yes.
And Mr. Ramon, you were previously in court and entered a plea of guilty to the second-degree felony offense of accident involving death, and that was a plea agreement of a cap of 15 years in prison. I have received the pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
Defense has. Yes, Judge.
Are there any additions or corrections?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Burbank, you may proceed.
Your Honor, this is a tragic accident. If you read the factual basis, which I know you did, person was walking across the street at nighttime, and cars swerved, and my client actually hit him. As reflected by the charge, he failed to stop. He panicked, as in reference to his version, that is on page 1, and then was stopped up in Lumberton. He's been employed. He has family up in Woodville. He's been employed. He's got one problem. He is not a U.S. citizen. I would be arguing for probation in this case, but it is my understanding that there is a hold on him by immigration, and that he probably will not, if he got probation, he wouldn't be released. He has 2 prior DWIs from Tyler County that were taken care of. At the same time, what you received, basically time served, 90 days jail. The intoxication charge that I believe is from Hardin County was when he was arrested, and that's been dismissed or rejected by the, and probably because we're down here, that's how we did it. Your Honor, I asked for not, there's a death involved, and I would love to have the minimum in reference to penitentiary time, but I'm asking for mid.
Here's the defense strategy. Paint this as a tragic accident, not a malicious act. They highlight Rayon's steady employment, family ties, and even ask for probation. But let's be real. Probation for a death case while intoxicated? That's almost impossible. Texas law treats failure to stop and render aid after a fatal accident as a second-degree felony for a reason. It's not just the crash, it's the decision to keep driving, to leave someone dying on the road. That choice carries weight. So what do you think? Should the judge show compassion here? Or is probation off the table the moment someone dies?
Especially in light of the facts and circumstances of this, in which the person was walking across the street at the time and being blocked by other vehicles, and other vehicles had to get out of the way. But he was definitely wrong in not stopping, and he was intoxicated. I would ask for anything less than the 15 because I know where he's going to go, and that's a sad thing, but he's not here legally, and I don't know if he would like to address the court.
Sí,
Yes, go ahead.
quiero decir que lo siento, que si lo hubiese visto, yo me hubiese detenido antes para poder auxiliarlo, pero pues
Hold on.
Judge, I'm so sorry. Had I seen him, I would have stopped and helped and rendered aid.
pero pues había un carro con
Hold on.
pero eso-
Hold on.
And there it is. Rayon claims he didn't realize he hit someone. He says it was dark, another vehicle blocked his view, and by the time he saw, it was too late. But here's the problem. The prosecutor later points to phone calls Rayon made the next day, proving he knew exactly what happened. On top of that, when stopped miles away, he told officers he'd hit a deer. This isn't just panic. This looks like deception. Ask yourself, do you buy his explanation, or is this a desperate attempt to soften the sentence?
Thank you. Mr. Smith?
Judge, we would argue for the max sentence in this case under the plea agreement based on the fact that when he struck him, he knew that he struck him. That was evidenced by the phone calls the next day. He knew he hit a person. When he was stopped in Koontz, which is a long way from the accident scene, he told the police when they noticed the damage on his vehicle that he had struck a deer. They, either through dealing with him before or suspecting that he was lying and knew he was intoxicated, went all the way back to the county line looking for a deer that had just been struck. And only because they were diligent in doing so did we even know that he had committed this particular crime. He knew he committed the crime. He lied about it. He has an issue with alcohol. He's here in the country illegally. I would direct your attention to the jail report in this case and how he's acting, showing disrespect for staff as well as masturbating in open bunk.
This is where the state goes for the throat. They argue Rayon wasn't just careless, he lied. He knew he hit a person, he covered it up, and he has a history of alcohol abuse. Add in the shocking detail that in jail he showed disrespect for staff and even misconduct in the dorm, and the picture gets uglier. The prosecutor's message is clear. This wasn't just a mistake, it's a pattern. And they want the maximum, 15 years. What do you think? Does his behavior after the crash prove he's a danger? Or is the state pushing too hard?
And I'm not even sure that when you were in our jail for some amount of time, there was a requirement that I release you because of the amount of time that had gone from the time of the offense while you were sitting in custody. I did that, and then you didn't show up. You are here illegally and have now killed someone. I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily.
Listen to the judge here. She acknowledges the tragedy of the case, but she also reminds us Rayon was intoxicated, fled the scene, skipped court when released, and is in the U.S. illegally. Each factor stacks against him. In Texas, judges weigh rehabilitation against public safety. Here, the judge's frustration is clear. Too many broken rules, too many lies, and ultimately, a death that could have been prevented. This is the courtroom reality. When you kill someone while intoxicated and then run, the scales tip toward punishment over mercy.
Sentence you to 15 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. I have also handed you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. It is in Spanish. I advise you to read that. If you are ever back in Texas legally, you will not be able to possess a firearm or ammunition. That could lead to more charges against you.
And there's the hammer. 15 years in prison, the maximum allowed under the plea deal. On top of that, Rayon is barred from ever possessing a firearm if he returns to Texas legally. This case leaves us with hard questions. Was this sentence justice for a life lost, or should the court have considered his years of work, his family, and his remorse? If you found this as shocking as I did, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments. Was this fair or too harsh? And don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns, because cases like this show how quickly one night can change everything.